breakfast program doesn't work, but when you are that child that didn't get breakfast, it means a lot. And I think it's very important for everybody to remember that some of our students rely on that program. And so while it could be better, I'm not denying that we can't do things better and that there isn't room for improvement. I think the benefit of that program far outweighs any of the costs or risks associated with it. And so I think I'm very proud that we've made that effort. I'm also very proud that we had one of the highest growth rates in the state in terms of making breakfast available to students that are on free and reduced lunch. And I think it makes a difference to the quality of their experience in our schools because we are about educating the whole child. I also wanted to comment on the question about committees. We did not dissolve the committees. What we did was we combined all of them into a committee of the whole. What that means is that rather than having 10 disparate meetings every month, which was extremely time-consuming for the administration and also very sparsely attended by board members, we now have those conversations in the caucus. Now, some people may feel that there are additional things that we should be talking about in the caucus, and I am more than open to having people make those recommendations, and then we will add them to the agenda. But I think anyone who's come to any of our caucus meetings this year will agree that there is more substantive discussion, particularly about students and student achievement, than ever happened in the past. And so I don't make any apologies for that, especially because the recommendation to move to that actually that conversation started last year prior to me being president, particularly when it came to combining the speaking period. If you'll remember, the first vote for that, which passed unanimously, was in December 2013. I was not president at that time, and I didn't control that vote. I didn't put that policy in place. I just had the second vote, which we did in January 2014. I also wanted to respond to the question about 5 minutes not being enough. I cannot recommend enough that if you have questions about the book, one of the best times to bring them up is prior to the caucus meeting. That is when we discuss all of the voting items that are in the agenda. The agenda is made available on the Friday before the board meeting. It's publicly available. Questions can be raised either at that meeting or can be emailed in, and we do discuss those. So I think while 5 minutes may not be enough, I think it's very rare for people when they speak to use up all of the time that's allotted to them. But what it does is it allows us to focus on having those discussions around student achievement, new programs, improving existing programs that quite simply did not happen before. I think those